sound a bit sexual and what is it, like a bit
BDSM. You die, I die, everyone dies. Proud of you.
That's not really Asian. That doesn't happen in the Asian family. We never say proud of you. These three words will never happen. They will never appear in Asian family.
Hi guys, welcome to this episode of The Debaters.
Yay, we got a new background. See, that's
Super Mario background.
Yeah.
For those that missed our previous background, the mat itself, it might come back one day.
Yeah, it might come back.
It might.
But for now, let's just stick to Super Mario.
Yes. Well, have you guys been bitten by your parents before? Is that the reason why you are watching this video? As an Asian, we have surely been bitten by our parents before, either by slapping, by hitting, or whipping. Ooh.
Sexy.
If you have not experienced that, you definitely know someone who has experienced it. We have experienced it.
Okay.
If you are the exception that your parents are, a little bit of American style, that when you fail an exam and your parents say things like, "Oh, darling, it's fine, you've done your best. I'm so proud of you."
That's not really Asian. That doesn't happen in the Asian family. We never say proud of you. These three words will never happen. They will never appear in Asian family.
不可能，绝对不可能。
Let's ask Peter if that's true.
Okay, I should say so. Then I might be the exception, okay?
Anyways, in this video, we will be talking about, is it legal for the parents to beat their children? And should your parents beat you? Or if you're the parents, should you beat your child? But before that, if you have not subscribed to our channel, there is a conspiracy saying that if you are a student and you subscribe to our channel, you will do very well in your next exam. And if you are already working, you will get a promotion soon if you subscribe to our channel.
Oh, I'm gonna subscribe now. Subscribe. Oh, I'm already subscribed. Good.
This works with everyone that subscribed to our channel, just to let you guys know. I'll make sure Christian prays for you guys during his prayers every Sunday.
Oh, Lord Father, please make sure that they pass their exam and they get a promotion. Hallelujah, amen. So viewers, right now we will look at the topic on what actually amounts to child abuse in legal terms. So,
Boring part.
The boring part, yes. But hold on, okay? So the World Health Organization defines child abuse as the abuse or neglect that occurs to children under 18 years old. 18 years old, It doesn't really matter if you're 24 and you look like a 17 years old kid. It doesn't work that way, okay? And in Malaysia, under Section 31(1)(a) Child Act 2001, anyone, including parents and guardians, that abuse a child can be fined not more than 50,000 ringgit or be sent to jail for not than 20 years. That's a very long time actually. And we want to find out what amounts to child abuse under Malaysian law. And child abuse basically can be divided into 4 different categories. First one, physical abuse, which is the most common type of child abuse we will see in any Asian countries. Well, if you hit your children with a cane, with a hanger, or anything else, and it leaves bruises, marks, or scars on his body, that is child abuse. For example, in 2018, a mother was actually sentenced to the total of 30 years jail and fined 100,000 ringgit for regularly beating up a 12-year-old daughter and 10-year-old son with her bare hands and other objects.
Oh my god, it's 50k per child lah.
Exactly, that's a maximum fine.
money,
It is a lot of money. And in the house, it was found that the son was naked and chained. Why does it sound a bit sexual and what is it, like a bit BDSM? Exactly.
And probably the dad does that to them.
But anyways, the key here is that the physical abuse must be long-term, it must be substantial for it to be child abuse. Well, don't think that your parents beat you for one time, they want to send your parents to jail. Okay, that doesn't happen, that doesn't apply. If that's the case, we will all be orphaned. Why? Because your parents, my parents, everyone will be in a jail. So yeah, we won't
die, I die, everyone die.
You die, I die, everybody die. Understand?
We won't have enough jail, we won't have enough prison to keep all the parents in Malaysia. Okay, that's not possible. Well, let's move on to the second category, which is sexual abuse. I know you must be interested in this one. Anything about sex.
50 Shades of...
No, sorry. Well, sexual abuse, that involves pressuring or forcing a child to engage in sexual acts such as fondling, penetration, and exposing a child to other sexual activities. Off topic a bit, but don't watch child pornography. That one also illegal. Okay, and the next category is emotional abuse. Well, it's pretty common for parents to scold you and yell at your kids. We're all used to that. I'm not sure if that's the case for you, but I am used to that. And of course, scolding by itself is illegal. Parents, they can shout, they can scold their children, that's fine. But however, if you have gone too far beyond the boundary, that that with the humiliation or threats toward your children, and they suffer mental emotional disorder, well, that is child abuse then. Well, for example, if a child fails her exam, you can scold your children by saying, well, why are you so stupid? Exactly. Well, that is fine, that is not child abuse. But don't say that, well, you're so stupid, you're the shame of this family, and I will kill you if you fail your exam again. Well, that might be child abuse, that might be threat. So be very careful with the words you use when you scold your child, okay?
Assault, man. That's assault.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. And let's move on to the final category, which is neglecting your children. Well, this includes not providing housing, food, clothing, education, access to medical care. And one interesting point is that the parents could commit child abuse if they fail to meet a child's basic physical, emotional needs. As an example again, there may be parents that focus purely on earning money to provide a better standard of living for their children. I think that's very normal for Asian family having both parents working at the same
You're gonna
time.
quote Asian all the time in this video.
We are both Asian, that's why, in the Asian community. And this could be a form of neglect as the parents. If they are not giving sufficient emotional support to children, that might be child abuse. So up until this point, I really have massive respect for all the parents out there who have done so much for their children. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mom. I love you.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, the law we have for both countries are quite similar, that the parents have to face harsh punishment, not so much in Malaysia actually. Anyways, by fines or by imprisonment if they are found to be abusing their child. But in the UK itself, they have a very strict regulations towards child abuse. For example, if somebody is found to have to suffer from child abuse, just a normal stranger will always report to the local authorities, and the local authorities will take relevant actions, such as 走家访, as in conducting an investigation, or to remove their children from the parents, if it is necessary, of course. Apart from that, if you go to school and if your teacher actually notice that you have bruises and scars on your body itself, they will ask, oh dear, what happened to you? Oh, your parents abuse you ah.
Wait, actually, it might not be the parents, you know. It might not be the parents.
Let's not go there. If the parents have been found beating their children regularly, the teacher might call the police, and probably after 1 hour, the police will go to the house and make an investigation, a full investigation, an actual CSI investigation.
Yeah, they're very quick, especially when it comes to child abuse case, yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to Malaysia, CSI Malaysia. Things are very different lah.
Siapa dah mati? Siapa dah mati?
Siapa dah mati? Siapa dah mati? Ah.
If you notice a child abuse case and you want to report it to police in Malaysia or local authority in Malaysia, you take out your phone, you call the number. T T T T T 2222.
30 minutes later.
Finally someone answers the call ah. Hello, polis ni? Apa boleh saya tuan-tuan? Polis ah.
Polis, saya nak report child abuse.
Oh, child abuse. Budak tu dah mati tak?
Belum.
Belum ah? Kami busy sikit lah sekarang. Kau esok boleh tak?
Esok memang tu budak sudah mati lah.
Mati-mati lah.
What?
Another situation is that if a kid who suffered from child abuse and goes to school with bruises all around his body, and the teacher notices it, the teacher will be like, oh my god, what happened to you? And the child will be crying and say,
My parents beat me.
and then the teacher, nicely they will answer, they'll say, oh, they beat you ah? Good lah. Who asked you to be so naughty? Ask them beat you more. Never mind, I beat them for you. Take your hand, give me your hand. Yeah, punish you more. Anyways, joking aside, this is a true research that we've done. Every year in Malaysia, 1,000 of children are reported to be a victim of child abuse, showing up, an upwards trend since 2019.
And probably that's because of
COVID-19.
Yeah, when parents stay in house for a lot longer, and that's why child abuse actually costs more. And that's the reason why, yeah.
That might be the reason.
Yeah.
But see, this is only the tip of the iceberg actually. There are a lot of cases that are unreported because either the children are too scared of reporting their own parents, or probably they don't even know that they're suffering from child abuse, or they don't even know that they could be protected by law. And that's the reason why you guys should watch our videos.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So we need to do a lot more to improve the social awareness on child abuse, as it is a thing that we usually ignore in the Asia. Child abuse can lead to negative effects to child's health, development, dignity in the future, especially mental health issues actually. You'll find another joker in real life. In most of this case, those who suffer from child abuse in their childhood will cause much more social problems to the society when they grow older. And probably they might not have a very good relationship, when they grow older, romantically or just a normal friendship. They might suffer something after all. So what's the easiest way to do? Share our videos!
Exactly. Let all the children out there, let all the parents out there what might be child abuse. Share this video to your family, to your friends, especially those with kids in their family. Please share it.
Time's up!
Okay.
So we all have the responsibility to report to the police if we know that someone is experiencing child abuse around us. The very first thing you can do is to launch a police report, although you might have to wait for 30 minutes.
But wait for 30 minutes if you can save a child's life, well, I think that's worth it.
Yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah, 30 minutes only lah. Okay lah. You can't
Yeah.
really do much with 30 minutes.
Yeah, we do think that it's everyone's business, and you can be a lifesaver after all.
You.
Guy is a hero, man.
Nice.
And here it comes the part of the video that we will have some debate on
Fun part.
the fun part, yeah, on some debate whether the parents should beat their children. While for me, especially someone for me coming from a more conservative family, I would say that parents beating their children is actually good. But parents beating the children, especially when they are young, well, you have to know that the children, they will not remember what you say. But most of the time, they will remember the pain you inflict on them. And the discipline is necessary in order for the children to know what is correct and what is wrong. So imagine you have a kid who doesn't like go to school, who doesn't do any homework. And do you think it's a good idea to tell a kid that, oh, you have to go to the school, you have to do the homework so that you will gain the knowledge, you will build a next successful career, or like Jason being a lawyer? Well, do you really think that the children will understand your point at their age? So because at that point, everything the children want is to have fun. And going to school, doing homework for them is not fun at all. And what is the best way to make them to do their work? Well, sometimes it is necessary to beat them. Maybe this is a situation that will justify the action of beating them. And that's what strict parenting is. And sometimes I do believe that a sufficient some beating is necessary to guide the children to the right path.
Well, I can't really fight that point, but I would like to say that the primary concern right here when you talk about beating is that you have to really take care of the safety and well-being of the children. Physical violence can cause immediate and long-term harms to a child, physically or mentally. Research saying that children subjected to physical violence are more likely to develop behavioral problems, aggression, mental health issues, and difficulties in forming healthy relationship later in life. Non-violence discipline methods, on the other hand, contributes positive emotional developments and overall well-being. Well, a very infamous example, especially for honkies, you guys will know this, is the case of HKSAR versus Chow Henry, or 正义令记. That's the drama that's actually based on actual case in Hong Kong. In this case itself, Henry claimed that he was treated badly by the parents, and as he grew older, he developed mental health issue and antisocial behavioral. Yeah, I'm correct this time. Behavioral. And at the end of the day, he even killed his parents, chopped his parents, put them in fridge. Like literally.
That's a very bad thing to do. Well, I'm sure I don't want my kids to do that to me, or that's the worst way to die. know what you're saying, that there are many ways to teach your children, and I also agree that excessive beating and child abuse can even affect the mental health of the children. But we have to know that there is no single way of teaching that is perfect, and every family is different, so that they have to find the best way of teaching that actually fit the very special circumstances of each family. So I'm not saying that the parents should always beat their children. That's very wrong. But I believe that beating could be the last resort if you have tried all the other ways. For example, by speaking to the children, by showing them love and all.
Like,
Spreading love.
yeah, I feel like
But if that doesn't work, then I think a sufficient level of beating is necessary to let the children know what is right and what is wrong.
yeah, that's true, but then again, it develops trust issues. Beating will ruin relationship between parents and children. We all know that. Children will be scared of the parents after all. They will stop communicating with their parents. Why? Because they don't take their parents as parents anymore. They take their parents as probably a boss, a higher officer, someone that's, higher ranking than them. And after all, what will happen? They stop communicating, and the parents will start wondering why their children stop sharing their lives, stop sharing their feelings to the parents.
Well, that's very true. I remember at one point of my time, especially when I was very young, I have to admit that my parents did beat me, not a lot, just a little bit. But when I did, I do hate them at some point in my life. So yeah, and it is true that beating children actually affects the relationship between the parents and the children a lot. But again, back to my point, every family is different. We have to know the parents have to be very smart, and that's why I have massive respect for all the parents out there. They have to use their brain and determine what is the best way to educate their children. And every family is different. Well, you have to find out together with your children what is the best way to guide them into the correct path. And
That's
I believe that's a challenging point.
That's true. I feel like the best way is to strive a balance between, loving and caring family and strict parenting. Yeah. But then again, there's a question for the viewers today, is that how much of beating is actually sufficient?
Exactly. So you can't really go beyond the boundary. Well, even though I say that a sufficient level is beating, I believe that will be necessary to guide the children into the right path. But by no any means I am advocating for child abuse. Well, I have to assert that child abuse is not acceptable in any other form. Parents, please don't do that. And children, if you're watching this video and if you are really suffering any form of child abuse, please do not hesitate to take the relevant action.
Help.
Yes, please reach out for help.
But then it doesn't mean that your dad whacked you once means, oh, let me call the police.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, if you have to know if you have done a very big mistake and then your parents whack you, it's your fault
Sorry, children. Yeah, exactly. So you have to know what to do as well, okay? Well, if you enjoyed the video, and please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. And as what we say in the very first of the video, I'll pray for you if you subscribe to our video and you're gonna pass all your exams or you're gonna get a promotion very soon. And please do not forget to press the notification bell so that you will not miss out on any of our future videos. And also let us know what you want to see us having the debate in our future videos. So the debaters, stay curious, stay open-minded, and stay excited for our next video. See ya!